Okay, cool. First, I just want to thank everyone at Creative Mornings for the opportunity. I've been asked to come on today just to share our story and my personal story as Imraan and the story of Gorilla House. And also just want to touch on the work that we do at Seed as well, which is an organization where my business partner, Josh, and myself actually learned permaculture, and the place that really inspired it all. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here. I'm shaking, I'm nervous because I'm always really excited just to share this passion. Can everyone see my screen? Am I screen shared? Oh, cool. Okay.
Not shared yet.
Not yet. Do I got to hit the option on my side? Okay, here we go. Just to introduce myself, I'm Imraan Samuels. I am currently 27 years old, and I've been practicing as a permaculturist for the past 6 years now. So what I do is I run a company with my business partner called Gorilla House, and our focus is sustainability, collective sustainability within the urban space. And what we do is when we started doing workshops, sustainability workshops, and just exploring topics that could bring us more self-sustainability within our own lives, myself and Josh. So how we started, Josh and I met at the course at Seed, and Seed is based in Mitchell's Plain. And what they do is they provide fully bursary courses for previously disadvantaged individuals, and the focus is permaculture. So permaculture is a design framework. It's a way of trying to tie together ecological systems or nature, social systems, and the economic system. Well, this is from my view, at least. I see permaculture as trying to tie those three things together in order for holistic systems to come to the fore, so that we can operate in a society that generates or regenerates our resource base. So yeah, we met in 2014. Josh and I on the very first day. So we had the social process where we check in and we shared who we are, about ourselves, and I was just sharing kind of my world views on the universe and that. And Josh comes up to me at our breakdown, like, "Whoa, man, I hear you talking about the universe," and we've been friends ever since then. So immediately after the course, the impact that the course had on us was that we saw that within the space of like 3 days, you could get people from a wide variety of backgrounds, diverse backgrounds, coming together and finding common ground. I've never ever experienced anything like that before. By day 3, we were in tears with each other, feeling like a really solid family. And at the same time, that kind of connectedness allowed us to really have an impact on the ground. So things like starting community gardens and sustainable systems like water harvesting and plant propagation, all those things was only made possible through the social connection that we experience in the course. So that's Josh, by the way, on the right-hand side. After the course, we realized that we really wanted to share this information because it impacted us so profoundly. And what we decided to do was to use our own home as our case study. So part of the permaculture design framework is to start as close to home as possible. It's called your zone zero, where you spend most of your time. So part of the Gorilla House's mission or objective is to inspire people to use their home space, whatever that may be, whether it's a suburban property or mansion or a something transient, even like a tent or whatever it might be, or hockey, and use it as your space for regeneration or tapping into abundance, because that's where you spend most of your time. So this was the property I was staying on. It's in Sadi Estates, where my parents currently reside. Excuse me. And what we did was in the first year, immediately after the course, all I started doing was gathering organic matter. You can see a massive pile here in the background. And this was my first entry into the abundance of nature. Because everywhere you go, people's garden waste, you stand on the side of the roads. and I would just drive it down and pick it up and throw it into my city golf at the time. And in that time, I was gathering wealth, I would say, gathering resources. And for my birthday, we threw a garden party. So it was a very easy way to hook my friends and family into doing some free labor for me. So we set up a garden in that space. And after about 2 days, we planted it up. And a couple of months later, it was overgrown with abundance. And so we realized from that experience that there was lots of interest, lots of people really wanted to get involved with this. We put a couple of pictures out on social media. And then after that, we started doing workshops. So this was our very, very first workshop. You can see my sister-in-law over here, Kotha. She's the one who actually has been prompting me to get onto Creative Mornings for a long time. And those first workshops we did for free because, we didn't have a brand and we wanted to attract people. And yeah, so we just put it out for free and people started showing up. And all that we did was we designed what the tangible outcomes were going to be for the day. So whether that's a garden or grey water system or a rainwater tank or soap making or whatever it might be. And we kind of put it together in a package where we then could split the costs with everyone. And that made it really accessible to access this kind of information. And it was first and foremost for ourselves. We left the course, which was about a 3-week intensive program followed by a 5-month internship. And we were still very much inexperienced in terms of our practice with sustainability. And we were very limited in terms of our financial resources. So we thought, how can we actually explore these things with limited resources? And we found that through the crowd, through the pooled resources of the crowd of whether it's money or whether it was materials, but most importantly, their wisdom, that we could really catapult our learning experience into sustainability. So that went on, and every weekend we did workshops. We would have people come by, and they would literally, we always joke about this, they would pay us to come and do labor for us, which is great. This is a Verge Garden, this is the same property. And it's just massively overgrown. I looked at it well, but this was the style that I was going for at the time. You can see just whatever we could grab and find our hands on, branches, whatever it might be. And transform the space. I'm planning to share an update video soon of the space because it's now completely overgrown. Chicken systems. And it was all made possible through the workshop model. Every single time, the biggest thing that we got from it is an awesome sense of community. People really finding middle ground and connecting with each other, which for me is the most critical thing in an urban space. Like, the biggest resource we have is humans. And we need to find middle ground, especially now in these polarizing times. We need to see eye to eye so that we can actually connect and progress actual solutions on the ground. So some of our workshops include things like grey water systems. And when we started, like I said, we had very limited knowledge on these things. All that we did was, and we were very transparent about it. We would say, like, this is our first time doing this, but we would just do some research on the research in the form of Googling or YouTube videos. We'll see, okay, there's tangible results there. And we make sure that people on the workshop at least get some tangible results. But the collective experience, the collective exploration is what really made that knowledge very rich. Things like feeder cement tanks we did. Plant propagation. When the decriminalization hit, there was a big demand for cannabis type workshops. So we're teaching people about the different benefits and different extraction processes, soap making, herbalism, or making your own medicinal extracts. And we tried to make it as practical as possible, because we found that people really learn through their bodies, you know. Part of our focus was also to do it on weekends only, because the course that we did, the kind of national or international standard is a 3 or 4 week intensive program. And we found that the majority of people, like your working class people, don't have that kind of surplus time or even cash to attend such intensive workshops. Um, so what Josh and I did immediately after our course was we did a facilitation course as well. So this is our teacher and mentor, Alex Kruger. He's a pioneer of permaculture in South Africa, renowned permaculturist, based at a farm called Bergendal in Klein Peru, Lady Smith. But how we started, as you can see, we were quite wild. We were very idealistic after the course, very passionate, very much hippie orientated. We, you know, I mean, who does workshops barefoot with buns on their head? And, you know, use whatever we could. I mean, we didn't have a drawing board. We just had a old piece of cupboard, melamine cupboard, and we started on that. And what was cool was that people just saw that it was real, you know. And I think the most important thing was the ability for us to facilitate connective social processes every single time. And that is more a result of framework and techniques that we use, but a fundamental belief that there is greatness in everyone, that there is that compassion, that the underlying base state of humans is compassion. And we just need to be able to tap that or put in processes that bring that out. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, so what we've been doing since then, besides the workshops, we also do design and consultancy, where we implement, let me see if I can pull it up. Where we implement things like food gardens, chicken systems, chicken tractors, everything that we teach at our workshops. We offer a service where we can design people's spaces and we can implement these things for people. And what we found is that that's actually where, in terms of strategy, so one of our challenges that we lacked in the beginning was not having strategy. You know, this thing unfolded very organically. And we just kind of just went with the flow, no business skills, nothing like that at all. And what we wanted to do was tap the market that we experienced at our course, which was your under-resourced community. But what we found was that the people who actually come to our workshops weren't from those areas. So one of our first learnings was strategy, you know, really trying to understand how you break down your service offering and your model so that you can actually scale effectively and address the market effectively. So what we focus on now, what's really taken over our time ever since COVID hit as well, is design and consultancy. So there's been massive demand for home gardens and rainwater systems and all those kind of things. While our workshops had, because of the nature of us having to gather, has been put on hold. And we're also just a two-person team, you know. We are in the process of trying to build a proper scalable business, but we're just two people at the moment. So currently our main focus is just design and consulting. Okay, how much time do I have left? Is it still a couple of minutes? Can I show the last bits?
Yeah, absolutely. Please go for it.
Okay, cool. So I just want to show you what we do at Seed as well. So I'm going to play a short little clip. So Seed, just to give you some background, has been operating for the past 20 years, based in Mitchell's Plain, and again does previously disadvantaged fully birthday courses on permaculture, but it's intensive courses. And I've started facilitating these courses, this very same one that we learned from since last year. And this is what we get up to then.
Hi, this is Sandra Daniels. I was born in Beaufort West a long time ago. I currently reside in Heideveld on the Cape Flats. I work for an amazing organization called Seed, and I am a facilitator in the Seed in Futures program.
Hey everyone, and I'm Imraan Samuels. I also work for an amazing organization called Seed, and I'm also part of the facilitation team for the Seed in Futures program. And this is what Sandra and I get up to. So we facilitate a sustainability training program for previously disadvantaged individuals, and we follow a design framework known as permaculture. In this design framework, we cover things such as growing your own food, dealing with your own waste, things like recycling, composting, worm farming, how to harvest your own water, both in tanks and on the land, and what else? How to make your own fertility inputs from the materials in your environment, how to make your own medicine, how to keep bees, how to grow mushrooms, anything to do with sustainability in the home space. And most importantly, we teach people social skills, tools for connecting with others, because once people are connected, only then do they have to take care of each other and ultimately themselves. I wanna give you some love. I wanna give you some good loving. I wanna give you some good loving. Take your space and geography.
We're currently facing a very big challenge globally, a challenge that requires that we do things differently. For many organizations, this has meant that they've had to close doors. For many, it's been an opportunity to shift and to rethink what we do and how we do it. To ensure that we're still able to work with the communities that we have been working with for almost 20 years, we have decided to publish a series of online videos to share and to continue to share the message of how to be resilient in terms of climate change, but also just how to be resilient during this coronavirus.
So some of the topics we'll be focusing on are things such as how do you access accurate information, how do you verify information so that you can make empowered decisions, sanitizing facts and which ones are most effective and can you, and how to make your own sanitizers, how to boost your immune system, how to grow your own food, how to make your own soap, how to make use of plant medicine, alternative cooking technologies, how to take care of your waste, water harvesting, and a wide variety of others. If you've got any suggestions for topics that you'd like us to cover, please drop them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more videos.
All right, back over to you.
Okay, cool. Right, man. So yeah, that's what we're doing at Seed. Thankfully, with the slight relaxation of the regulations, we are able to restart our on-site courses. So we're starting our first one 10th of August, and we're going to have about 3 more cohorts for the rest of this year. That is open for applications, which we'll publish hopefully later today. Yeah, so previously disadvantaged individuals, 15-week program, completely intensive in terms of permaculture and sustainable design and practice. And yeah, just some closing remarks in that what I'm witnessing or observing at the moment is renewed energy, renewed interest in terms of resilient systems as the structures of our current society show the cracks. The alternative solutions are rising to the surface. And the cool thing is that it's decentralized. It's people are taking it into their own hands, and yeah, it's amazing to watch unfold.